Good morning, Thailand. My name is Alex.
And I'm Jay.
And we got some news updates for you from around the land of smiles today, this Tuesday, May 20th. Now, today, we're going to be talking about a violent clash between tourists and transgenders during the wee hours in Pattaya. New tourist visa and land leasing policies set to boost the Thai economy. And a little later, a tragic lightning strike incident at Angkor Wat in Cambodia. But before we get into it, we'll hear a quick word from our sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever thought about buying a property, selling a property, searching about a property, renting a property in Thailand, please visit fazwas.com. They're the sponsors of our show. They're the largest real estate portal in Thailand. They've got agents all over the country in Bangkok, in Chiang Mai, in Hua Hin, in Samui, in Pattaya, anywhere you can think of. So yeah, check out fazwas.com for your real estate purchase.
You name it, they got it, man, for sure. Thank you, Fazwas, for supporting the show. One last thing before we do get into it, I do want to plug something very quickly. Tan, can you pull it up? This Saturday, if you are in Pattaya, I'm going to be doing the third installment of Pattaya Night Live. I will be hosting down there with two down under comedians, international headlining comics. They've been in the game for more than 10 years apiece. Very experienced. I'll be going down there to host the show.
Is my guy Koo going to be there?
Phil Koo may or may not be there, so I know it's a bit of a surprise. You already made your plans, but anyways, if you are in Pattaya, go check it out. Pattaya Night Live, you can Google it. It's on Megatix. You can book your tickets now. They're selling fast. We're looking at a sellout show, hopefully. So get your tickets while you can. But yeah, anyways,
we need to start a riot. We need to bombard Phil Koo on his social media to get to this event.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, I got more on Phil Koo later, but let's dive into the news for today. Our first story is it's unfortunately a familiar one.
The Roans.
Yeah, the Roans is rearing its ugly head. Thailand's COVID-19 cases surge amid warnings of underreporting. That's right. Thailand is experiencing a steady rise in COVID-19 cases with over 31,000 new infections reported from May 11th to the 17th, marking the 11th consecutive week of increases. Dr. Tira warns that the real number is likely higher due to unreported cases and underestimation in official data. He urges the public to take precautions, including wearing masks in crowded places and avoiding close contact with sick individuals. Dr. Tira expects the surge to continue for several more months and stresses community vigilance to manage the outbreak.
COVID isn't real. Stop fear-mongering. Now, look, before people get mad, this is a sensitive topic. We're just reporting the news. So, don't hate Alex. You can find him around the Sukhumvit 21 area.
There's plenty of other reasons to hate me, but this is... it makes sense. A lot of people have been saying, we're seeing a little more symptoms out there. And, of course, the underreporting, right? Everyone's sick of the COVID policies. Everyone doesn't want to be dealing with it. That didn't make it go away. It's still a thing, apparently, and we're seeing a rise in the official cases, which means that the unofficial cases are probably going to be much bigger.
I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Thailand, it's like we've forgotten that it even ever existed. Everyone's just kind of taken it out of their memory. But yeah, it seems to be an issue here at the moment.
That's the same everywhere, I'm pretty sure. Around the world, that culture. We're all done. We're sick of being sick. And even if we are sick, we're not going to do anything about it, it seems. But just be careful out there, guys, and wash your hands.
Yeah.
Same stuff. Tough one.
Moving on to our next story. This is going to cause a little stir. A Thai child has been traumatized after being kicked by a classmate's father. In a shocking story, a Thai father was caught on video kicking a 6-year-old boy in the head at a kindergarten in Trang on May the 15th, allegedly in retaliation for his child being scratched during playtime. The disturbing footage sparked outrage online, with the boy's mother reporting emotional trauma and a change in her son's behavior. The school denied pressuring the family to forgive the attacker and claimed to have offered psychological support. Now, police have charged the father with assault, but he denies any wrongdoing despite video evidence. The school now bans parents from entering the premises to prevent future incidents. What a wild story. There's video evidence and he's denying it, obviously, because he knows he's in a world of trouble. But how would you react if you knew some other person kicked your child in the head?
Dude, he came up with a running start. He did it was a flying, jumping kung fu kick to a 6-year-old boy. Absolutely insane to me. And then he's just like, what? I didn't do anything? How? not only were there like dozens of witnesses, it's literally on video.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Like, your kid got scratched, all right?
Yeah.
Then maybe some disciplinary action should be taken, but that's not the reaction to have.
But the real truth is that there's not many people who are actually fit to be parents. I mean, someone who's capable of reacting this way to a sensitive situation is likely to react that way to other sensitive situations with different people as well. Again, I'm just speculating, but it's not a good look.
Flew way too far off the handle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that footage is shocking.
Assaulting a child.
Yeah, full on. That was like, could have been attempted murder with the way that he was doing it, man.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll see what the charges are. He is being prosecuted, so time will tell exactly what kind of punishment he'll face. But, I don't trust him around any children at the current time. All right, well, anyways, on to our next story, which is, we got a classic Thaiger tale here, guys.
Here we go.
Guess what? Tourists and a group of transgenders have clashed in a violent Pattaya beach brawl. That's right. A violent brawl broke out on Pattaya beach around, guess what time? 4:15 a.m. on May 19th between a group of transgender individuals and several foreign tourists, reportedly Israeli nationals. The fight began over a dispute about a 3,000 baht transaction for sexual services, and it turned sour when the tourists, appearing intoxicated, demanded a refund. A bottle attack escalated the situation, which was caught on video. A local delivery rider trying to intervene was also assaulted. Police arrived to break up the fight and have since launched an investigation, reviewing CCTV footage and questioning both parties to determine legal outcomes.
Sometimes watching these videos is so entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, they were just out for a morning stroll, weren't they?
Morning stroll. a morning
early morning
cruise,
stroll.
You could call it. Like, 4:15 a.m. That's the end of the night, not the beginning of the day, I think, for these guys. And the 3,000 baht dispute over whatever services were requested. I don't know how you, obviously providing sex services, not legal. Soliciting them, not legal. Like, I don't know how you try to, but fighting in the streets, not legal. None of this was
religiously probably not legal too. Just saying, there's a lot of ways that it could have gone wrong. But good old Pats, the city that keeps giving.
Indeed, thank you. Steady content stream for us. Thank you, Pattaya.
All right,
see you Saturday. Come on.
Moving on to our next story, the Bangkok MRT worker trapped in a landslide during construction accident. A construction worker is missing after a landslide at the MRT Orange Line site on Lan Luang Road in Bangkok on May the 19th. The worker fell into a 19-meter deep pit and was buried under soil, prompting an urgent rescue operation by the Ruam Katanyu Foundation. The incident occurred at the future Lan Luang MRT station, part of a project expected to be completed by 2030. Officials from the Mass Rapid Transit Authority have pledged a full investigation while maintaining that safety protocols were in place. Wonder how it happened. The rescue mission is ongoing with no further updates yet released. Buried alive.
Terrifying. It's one of we're in that season. It's a landslide season. You would think, though, at construction sites, like, obviously there's heightened risk because you're moving a lot of land and things like that, but also you would hope heightened safety measures taken into place. So it is. I was trying to find an update on it this morning. I couldn't find one yet, so I can't provide any good news or officially bad news either. But it is fortunate that there are the tools are in place there, right? Like, the construction stuff is there to help try and dig him out. We'll hopefully have an update for you on that one soon. All right. Anyways, let's move on to some brighter news, where we're heading down to Phuket. Obviously, June is coming up. You know what June means?
What does that mean?
Pride Month, baby. It's coming.
Is it? Oh, nice.
Phuket is preparing to host major Pride Parade celebrations for LGBTQ plus rights. Phuket will host City Pride 2025 on June 28th, celebrating the LGBTQ plus community under the theme Wave of Generations.
All right.
Organized by the Phuket City Municipality with support from government, private, and community sectors. The event will feature a 500-person rainbow parade starting at Queen Sirikit Park and ending at Old Town. Highlights include art installations, interactive zones, and a concert by top artists. The event promotes diversity, equal rights, and tourism, reinforcing Phuket's image as an inclusive and welcoming destination. Over 800 parking spaces have been arranged to accommodate attendees.
Lisa from Blackpink will be there.
Yeah.
Don't count me on that.
well, so why wouldn't she be there, huh?
Yeah.
That raises questions.
She was supposed to be here one of the New Years, but yeah, there was a mix-up on flights or something. Communication.
We'll see. I think this is nice though. Like Bangkok, Thailand goes all out for Pride Month,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's important if you're into the culture. I mean, I love going out to these parties, and like that crowd knows how to party, I will say.
Yeah.
And
the Phuket one, in general, they used to do it a lot around the Patong Road. I like this new, like moving from Queen Sirikit to Old Town. I think a lot of tourists are now moving to Old Town as well. So I think it'll be a good one. But I think it still can't be compared to the one in Bangkok. Bangkok's just a larger city, more people, much larger roads, and they've been doing the Pride Month for years. So I think it's difficult to compete with the Bangkok Pride Walk.
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times now, and it is just it's the biggest event in Bangkok.
It's Zombie's
like,
day.
Yeah,
Zombie loves it.
Yeah, she's like a drum marcher at the front of the parade. Like I love it.
And I'm not making this up. For those of you unaware, Zombie's actually a LGBTQ plus icon in Thailand.
Yeah, which is interesting because she's super straight. But,
Yeah, she's super straight, but she's an icon.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, we're going to move on to our last story, where Thailand eyes a 10-year visa and a 99-year land lease to boost economy. All right. Good news if you want to stay and live in Thailand. Thailand is proposing a 10-year tourist visa and 99-year land lease to attract long-term foreign residents and boost its economy. Announced by Deputy Prime Minister Pichai Shunhavajira. The plan aims to revitalize tourism, attract investment, and stimulate sectors like tech, EVs, and logistics. The proposals tied to broader infrastructure and digital upgrades are part of a strategy to counter global economic pressures. Further discussions will define responsibilities and funding. The government hopes these long-term measures will position Thailand as a top destination for international work, living, and investment. Great news for people who want to be here forever.
Yeah.
Obviously, no details provided. Obviously, no time frame. It's probably going to be a gray area. We have no idea if it's actually going to happen or not. But they're talking about it.
Well, come on. Well, you got to start somewhere. But 99-year land leases. That's more than a lifetime.
Let's talk about the things that are not confirmed in Thailand yet. Obviously, this new visa and a 99-year lease. F1 in Thailand. What's going on? That's gone a bit quiet. Tomorrowland in Thailand, 2026 apparently. I don't know if it's happening.
They start with conversations, right? Like so, we're talking about it. That's good. And the more it gets discussed, the more political pressure is put onto these policies, and hopefully,
allegedly,
things get done.
Allegedly, Alex, you're so naive.
I'm an optimist. I say an optimist, an idealist, and I'll be one until the day I die. Which. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that's not for a long time. Yeah. But anyways, that's it for our Thailand section of the news.
That's it.
We're going to be going into our ASEAN Now section. Do you want to give another quick shout out?
Thank you, Fazbas, for sponsoring the show.
Yeah. Word. All right. Serious faces. We got, okay, so the ASEAN section of the news today, there's a little bit of tragedy and some scandals, some interesting scandals. But let's...
you love a good scandal.
I love a good scandal. Unfortunately, the first one I have to do is more of a natural disaster situation.
Oh, okay.
So let's dive into it. Our first story takes us over to Cambodia, where a lightning strike at Angkor Wat has killed 3 tourists. That's right. 3 Cambodian nationals were killed and several others injured by a lightning strike at Angkor Wat, that was 2 days ago on May 17th, while seeking shelter near the main temple. Footage showed emergency response efforts, but officials have remained mostly silent about the incident. Cambodia's tourism minister urged the public to remove posts about the incident, fearing harm to tourism. The Cambodian Red Cross confirmed aid to victims' families, but declined further comment. Angkor Wat, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and major tourist draw, has faced recent controversy over the forced relocation of nearby families, raising human rights concerns despite ongoing tourism development.
Yeah.
I guess we are not playing into Cambodia's wishes there.
Lightning.
What acts of God, right? Like at a religious site, obviously, it's not great, but terrible news for these families.
Absolutely.
And what a shocking way to go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Terrible dark pun there, but in any case, what's annoying about this though is that the way that the Cambodian government wants to be all hush hush about it and be like, this might harm tourism. It's like, well, it happened. Like, what do you want us to do?
Oh, well. Well, we're going to move on to, unfortunately, some more tragic news. 6 dead and 14 missing after a gold mine landslide in Indonesia's Papua. A landslide triggered by heavy rain killed 6 workers and left 14 missing at a small gold mine in Indonesia's Papua region on May 17th. The site, located in the remote Arfak Mountains, was operated by local residents. Search efforts have been suspended due to bad weather, damaged roads, and the site's inaccessibility, requiring a 12-hour trek from the nearest town. 4 people were also injured. Rescue operations are set to resume on Tuesday. The incident highlights ongoing risks linked to unregulated small-scale mining in Indonesia's remote areas. They can't even do a search and rescue. 12-hour hike to the location.
It's so far away. And you know, it's really unfortunate, the balance of like the gold mining, which obviously brings profit, and there's your incentive, but it's so far out of the way. A lot of these are not well regulated. The safety measures are not in place, and that leads to these terrifying incidents, particularly during the rainy season, where landslides are just going to be on the rise. So, I don't know what Indonesia can do to counterbalance this, to try and be like de-incentivize people from doing the mining for fear of the loss of life. But I don't know. The incentives are there.
Yeah.
All right, on to our next story. So we've been talking about this lately in the Philippines. The political situation in the Philippines is continuing to be a hot topic. Well, apparently President Marcos is open to reconciliation with the Dutertes as their trials loom. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has expressed openness to reconciling with the Duterte family amid political tensions following Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment and former President Rodrigo Duterte's arrest. Marcos said he seeks peace and cooperation to improve government performance after midterm election losses. They were big losses. He also acknowledged public frustration with slow services and promised to take a tougher stance on inefficiency. Meanwhile, lawmakers stressed the upcoming impeachment trial of VP Duterte is a constitutional process, not a, quote, bloodbath, as she warned, and urged due process, transparency, and non-interference from the judiciary.
Politics. The Philippines is going bonkers.
It's wild because this is only happening. So Marcos is the seat of power right now, and there's been all sorts of scandals with the Dutertes. Even still, the senatorial elections that just happened were overwhelmingly in favor of the Dutertes. So it shows that they still command a healthy amount of respect over there. And Marcos has to play that game. He's like, all right, I get it. You like them. So I got to do something.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to our last story from today. Story regarding a beauty queen gone wrong. Miss Grand International arrested in Vietnam over fiber supplement fraud. Miss Grand International 2021 Nguyen Thuc Toi Tien has been arrested in Vietnam over her involvement in promoting Cara Supergreens gummies, falsely marketed as a fiber-rich health supplement. Investigators found the gummies contain minimal fiber and used misleading claims like 1 gummy equals 1 plate of vegetables. Tien held a 30% profit share and failed to disclose her posts were paid promotions. Now, tests revealed the gummies relied on sorbitol, a laxative for digestive effects. Over 135,000 units were sold. Tien was fined, while co-promoters Pam Quang Lin and Nguyen T Tai Hang were arrested for consumer fraud. And I apologize to all Vietnamese people for butchering all those names.
I was going to say bravo. You did better than I would have done. So anyways, 1 gummy equals 1 plate of vegetables.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What kind of magic bullet, like snake
I've had
oil
those
is
apple
this?
cider vinegar gummies, thinking, oh, it's going to help me with my, whatever. Or I heard it was good, but...
Also hilarious. Like, the whole idea was it's fiber, right? Fiber's supposed to help you move, you know what I mean?
That's true. Good for the stomach, good for bowel movements.
Which it is, but they were using laxatives instead
Yeah.
to like make
hey, it works.
to mimic that effect.
It works.
That's not good. That's not how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Which to any influencers out there, like obviously marketing for products and things like that. Our own Zombie does it a lot. You got to know the products you're putting your name to, because this can happen. So fortunately, the girl, look, she got fined. The other people are being arrested. The ones who are actually behind the product. But this is a danger in our game when we're marketing these products. We got to know what it is we're selling, because we have a responsibility to the people we're trying to sell it to. So go check out Fazwaz, which is the #1 real estate website in Thailand.
That's right.
Anyways,
Best plug.
yeah, I got you. All right, well,
We love you, Fazwaz.
we do. We absolutely do. So, anyways, that'll do it.
That's it. Those are some of the stories from across Thailand today. You can find more stories on thetiger.com and join in on any of the conversations regarding these stories. You can let your comments be known at
ASEANnow.com.
That's Thailand's largest news forum.
It is. One last plug. Don't forget, Pattaya, if you're in town Saturday the 24th.
Phil Koo. We want Phil Koo. I want you to cut this clip and send it to him. We want Phil Koo. We want Phil Koo.
You heard that, Tan? But yeah, we will have some great international headliners coming from Australia. I got Netherlands involved. I'll be your host for the evening. So please come check it out. You can get your tickets on Megatix right now. That's Pattaya Nightlive, May 24th at the Siam Design Hotel in Pattaya.
In Pats.
Yeah, there you go. All right, well, that'll do it. Let's get into the comments and see what everybody has to say.
If you like that story, please like and subscribe. And for more Thailand news, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok at The Thaiger, or you can go to thetiger.com and join the conversation.